Ghana, the land of gold, is nestled in beautiful West Africa. This nation is the very first sub-Saharan country to rid its colonial rulers. This rich land thrives with diversity in culture, fulfilling peace and strength in morals. While we've been blessed to inhabit this land, we've also had our shares of ups and downs. Welcome to Light of Africa, where we shine the light from within straight out to you in the world in iniverse, so please receive it. Stay tuned because in this video, we'll be discussing some of our main struggles while living in Ghana.
Yeah, so everywhere have its good and its bad, right? So we don't really like to complain about stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just as we can mention the good, we can also mention the bad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing is lying, like petty lies, lying for no reason. You see me? So that is one of the things we deal with on a daily basis here. You know what I mean? And people just disappear.
Yeah.
Like people just appear and disappear for no reason, instead of just telling you that, I can't make it, or
I have somewhere else to go,
yeah,
or I'm not able to
not able to do it until next week, or so, like they just disappear.
Yeah.
And you might buck them up in the street and they give you some story, a lie again, you know what I mean? Like, it's a daily thing, it's like a routine for them. So,
and it's like the next time you see them as well, they just add something else to the story that
they will give you a story long from here, go straight past Accra. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, they have a story to begin with. They tell you something because that's a kind of like a part of the culture, to just tell you something. So they will just tell you whatever they think you might want to hear, and whatever that will also make them just kind of stay out of any bad feelings with you. But they're not looking at it like it's a problem or it's an issue, because it's just how they do. So it's not like a reliable situation where you say, okay, you make a plan with somebody to meet them at a certain time and then they honor it, or you have you get someone to do a job and they know that they're gonna get their money and everything, and it's not an issue. But when it comes down to even getting the job done properly, they might want to kind of tell you a story or do it some kind of way and say, okay, I have to get this or that and I'll be back like Monday. And then Monday comes, you don't see from them, you don't hear from them, and they just see you and it's just like, hey, like, so
sometimes you don't see them. They disappear. It's like they don't exist anymore. Yeah, and reliability is the next thing. Like,
it's huge.
It's hard to rely on people here.
Yeah.
Very difficult to rely on somebody. As we said, they just tell you what you want to hear. So, and this is a thing too. Like, we have to mention, people have to be very, very careful, because if you're seeking for someone to do a job, anybody you ask, they will tell you, I can do the job, even if they can't do the job. You know what I mean? And you give them your money and stuff, and they might disappear with your money too. You have to know, you have to pay as you go. You know what I mean? They will disappear with your money. But
even just to say that they can do a job just so they can get the work, but they actually don't know what they're doing.
And the work,
they really don't know what they're doing. So again, like, coming into somewhere, you just have to be aware that there's obviously good, there's obviously bad, and then there's things that's in between, right? There's things that it might not be good like where you're coming from, but you're willing to work with it because another thing is better than something else, right? So it's just those kinds of things that you just have to know what you'll be willing to put up with and what you might not be willing to put up with.
And also, it's important for us to give our take
Yes.
because we're living here and this is the struggle that we are facing here. So,
right.
you know what I mean? It may open your eyes, or, you know, maybe you want to choose a different country, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But Africa is big same way, so you can, you know, yeah. Another thing is, do not lend people money.
Yeah.
Like,
if you have it to give someone, if someone asks for a loan,
yeah,
and you have it to give them, just give
just
them.
give it. Don't expect.
Don't expect it back. Don't expect it
Yeah.
back, because there's just always a story.
Yeah. And nice. And that's when people disappear the most, when you
Yeah.
lend them money. You know? And some people, you lend them the money and they see you, they say next week come, they don't say anything, you don't say anything, they don't say anything, and they see you all the time and they will not say anything at all. It's like you didn't lend them anything.
Yeah.
And then there's another set of people who you can't get their phones anymore, you know.
The relationship becomes awkward.
Yeah.
The friendship you thought you had with people is like, they don't, you realize right then and there they didn't value your friendship. They didn't even value you as a person, or the relationship you guys had.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad to know that, and sometimes it's not even that much money, right? But it just goes to show, like, the respect just isn't there.
So for example, I know this guy, right? This guy, he came to me, wake me up out of my bed early in the morning. I was like, what? Like, what is this now? And he said, oh, I'm in a situation, and he would like to borrow 50 cedis, and he will give it to me in the week. I think it was on the weekend. So he promised to give it during the following week. So I was like, oh, it's just 50 cedis, it's okay.
Yeah.
I can let you know. And the guy disappeared. He disappeared for weeks. When I saw him, he said, oh, I want to give you that, but I was on my way going somewhere. And he said to me that, you know, is your family there? I will bring it and give it to your wife. And I say, okay, no problem, do that. You know?
So he comes home and asks his wife,
yeah,
did this man come and see me? I said, I haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since. So.
And that was like 3-4 months ago. Months ago. And I've never seen him back since then.
I didn't even remember him.
No, he didn't come and look, nothing. You know, oh, 50 cedis. 50 cedis is what? $5 US or something like that.
Maybe not even. But the point is, like, they just, it's like, tell you what you want to hear. I can do a job, yes. If you give me a money or lend me a money, I'll give it back to you such and such and such time. The time comes, there's no money, there's no communication.
No.
It's just this awkwardness.
No. You can have people come into your place, you and them good friends. You go in the market with them. You know, you're on the road with them. They come around, you cook, they eat, you know, like
they share
good
stuff
friends,
with you too.
good friends.
Yeah.
And you lend them a small chump change, you lend them a money, and the relationship just fade away.
Yeah.
You know.
So back to what I was saying,
it's
is
sad.
Like how it's actually sad, to
sad.
know that, like, it seems like your friendship is just not valued, and to think that it's over stuff like money, like it's actually sad.
It's sad.
It's actually sad.
Right now, I don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
You know, it happens so many times that I can't see myself lending money anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking like, even if somebody's in a situation and I care, I will probably have to go and see that mother on the sick bed, or I will have to spend the money that you are asking me for if I'm going to help. Yeah. That's how I feel right now.
Or again, as what we're saying,
you know,
if you have it, just
know
that you're gonna give
and don't
it.
expect
don't
it
expect
back.
it back.
You know? Yeah, the good book said that too.
Yeah.
You know, it said that in the book of Matthew, it said you're supposed to lend if you have, and you should not expect, because, you know, the sinners lend and expect to get it back. So if you lend and expect to get it back, then what good will it do for you? You know? So that I struggle with that also, you know. Knowing the word and know that you're supposed to help a brother and sister, but just to know that the brother and sister don't really care about you. Like it's supposed to be vice versa, right? Like you help me, I help you. You see? But it's just a sad situation. You see? I don't know. Like, how can you have such a good relationship with somebody and you just mess it up just like that? You know what I mean? You just there's no care in the world. You see?
I think that's the worst part of it, because if somebody you know, like an acquaintance or something, just borrows something and they don't want to lend it back, that's different. But if it's a friend, then right, somebody you consider as a friend, and likewise they give you the impression that they consider you as a friend as well, and then it turns out that they do this, it kind of, I don't know, it's a different feeling.
Yeah, we go through the same thing when, you know, overseas you lend some people money and stuff and they might hide from you and things, but most of the time I think it's in their intention to give it back, right? To me here, it's not in their intention to give it back, they just want to receive. You see me? So yeah, I don't really get the feeling that anybody want to pay back anything at all. You know what I mean? Once you give it to them, that's it. That is it. And that's not good.
Yeah. So overall, like, we're just really saying, like, just know what you're doing. Know that you're coming into a place.
Yeah.
These are some of the things that you can just expect to be problematic, right? Because again, everywhere has its good and bad. Ghana's a beautiful place. We love Ghana. We love being here. But these are just some certain things that we're going through.
Yeah, and the line is like, it's like they don't feel like they're doing something bad because it seems like it's a part of the culture.
Like it's just
you know,
tell you
it's
what
just,
you want to hear,
like,
type of thing.
It's a 9, like
Yeah.
it's a 9.
Yeah, it's annoying.
So the reliability is a problem. The lying for no reason is a problem. Lending money is a problem.
Huge.
Seeing? Another thing is too, like, you may be supporting somebody and you're supporting them for a while, you know, and you don't really get like that much good, you don't really get good customer service from everybody, right?
Oh, yes.
Especially like people want to overcharge you because you're not from here, right? So you find somebody now that they don't really overcharge you, they talk to you nice, deal with you nice, everything, and you say, oh, this person is, you know, genuine, you know. Yeah, so I finally find somebody now that, you know, maybe deserve a little tip, you know. We are buy from you for a while. Well, I know we are buy from you for a while, and we never tip you because we don't know the type of person you are, but we realize that, oh, you're nice, you never try overcharge me, stuff like that. So we feel, you know, add a little 5 CD, you know, and say, okay, thank you very much and thing, you know. Only for the next time you go to buy, they start overcharging you. I was like, yo,
yes,
can't
because,
understand
well,
it.
we didn't mention that tipping is an issue.
It's
because
an issue.
we're used to tipping, like we're used to tipping in the West, right? We're used to just,
People
it's
appreciate
appreciation.
People
Like,
appreciate tipping.
yeah, but we also appreciate your service that you give. So
Yeah.
it's nice to give a tip. But here we found out very quickly that if you give a tip is a problem.
Yeah, because they see it's like you have money now to give away. So let me take it from you.
Yes.
You see?
Or let me just start telling you all of my problems. Like,
yes.
yeah, so tipping is an actual issue because we're used to tipping in the West. We're used to tipping to show appreciation for the good service we've gotten. But here, it's different. It's really different. Yeah, so there was a situation where we had a taxi guy and, you know, we would just give him a little extra here and there just to say thank you again. And like after that, because we had his number and stuff, he just started like texting us and like every second he was asking for something. He was asking for juice. He was saying that he was in the hospital sick and all these things. And it was just like, it's sad because what he was displaying wasn't that he was sick or anything, and not to judge him or anything, because something could have happened, but it went from I'm sick, I need help, I'm in the hospital, to just buy me some juice because I'm thirsty. Literally, I'm thirsty. So
and we thought he was one of the good ones, you know.
Yeah.
So people will run in, you know, and people, they seem so genuine at first, you know. And I'm not saying that their intentions are bad, but it's just certain cultural norms, certain thing that is normal to them. It's, I don't know.
And it's so sad because we meet some amazing people. Some people we've met, they're genuinely just wanting to help. They're not wanting to even gain anything from us. Like, they go out of their way to help you. Seriously. So when we do come across those ones, I guess it's just kind of like, it's like one bad apple will spoil the whole bunch type thing. But when it comes on to the telling you what you want to hear, the petty lies, it's kind of like overall, because you can, for example, you can even go to like a corner store, like our shop, the store, and buy something, and you'll realize someone will try to take like 20 pesos from you. 50 pesos.
Talking about that, right around the road from here, I went to a printing shop just to photocopy a receipt, right? I went there before with my brethren, a Ghanaian brethren. They charge him 20 pesos to do a one photocopy. I went there by myself. I'm not sure if the lady remember me or not. I went there myself, and the lady said it's 40 pesos. That's only 20 pesos you're trying to steal from me.
Like, what does it do for you to
20 pesos, that can't even buy a sweetie.
It can't buy a pure water.
Not even a pure water you can't get with that in Ghana. Why would you try to steal 20 pesos from me?
Yeah.
So it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
You know?
And then like another thing is like, you'll go in the marketplace, and there's people that we specifically go to, people that we know, people who are used to us by now.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes they're not there, or you're at a different place in the market, because the market is huge, and you'll just try to go to somebody and you know what you're buying, you know what you're supposed to spend, and you know what you're supposed to receive. So sometimes they'll, like, for example, like I tried to buy some red peas one day, and I asked the lady like, how much is it? And I think she told me it was like 40 cedis when it was like maybe 15 or 17 cedis. So it's like, if you don't know what you're doing, you'll just end up spending like crazy, because especially if you're looking at it compared to like foreign prices, it's really not that bad, right? So you'll say, oh, it's 40.
Jump on your phone and
say, oh, it's 40 cedis. It's not that bad. Overseas, I'd spend $6, $7, $8 for it.
When you realize,
you're like, And there's people there's people from the market, I let them do what they're doing. I don't make them wiser sometimes. You just have to be smart. So sometimes when they try to overcharge you, like this one lady, I wanted to buy some peppers from her, and the pepper, because they have a little bowl where you can actually see the size that you'd want to buy. So they'll have like 5, 10, 15, 20. So the size that I was asking for was no more than 5 cedis. So she told me it was 25 cedis. 25. So you have to just, again, know that like people will just tell you something. Like they just assume like, I can just tell her something, she'll just go for it.
They have money, and they don't care if you come from Nigeria, Botswana,
outside of Ghana.
As long as you are not Ghanaian, they will overcharge you.
Yes.
As long as I'm coming from Jamaica. Jamaica is very, very similar to Ghana here in terms of the struggle, the day-to-day struggle. And I'm telling you, the Ghanaian money is value more than Jamaican money. Right? But they don't care. They don't even care to know. You know what I mean? They just want what they want, and they do what they do. Yes. When you come to Ghana, you will hear, this is how we do.
Yes, that's
all the time. This is how we do. You see me? So Yeah, you have to just know.
You have to know how they do. Since that's how they do, you have to know how they do. And work with it.
Yeah. So negotiation is a big issue here. You know what I mean? And if somebody charge you like 50 cedis, you know, you have to cut it down to like 10, 15 cedis to get the right price. You know what I mean? So I'm learning, you know what I mean, because you have to get with the program and learn where you are, you know what I mean? Don't get with everything, but whatever can make your life a little bit easier and without losing your, you know, your moral values, then, you know what I mean, get with it. So I learn the negotiation skills, you know, which is extremely you take it to the extreme basically. So this situation now cut me to the core, you see me, because I finally met somebody who made me feel, you know, like I'm not welcome in Ghana. You know what I mean? Like I'm not welcome in Africa. Like I'm a white man then basically to them. You know what I mean? I am not from here, so me and you, we are not brothers. So I will never even negotiate with you. You know what I mean? It was me and one of my Ghanaian brethren doing some business, you know, as usual, and you know, we wanted to negotiate because, you know, the hour that we paid him for finished, and we wanted to do a little bit more work. So we say, okay, I'm going to negotiate with him, and you know, think. The guy wanted to charge me for a full day. He wanted to charge me for a full day. So I was like, I was back and forth with them. Until I'm like, bro, like this is very annoying now. Just we make a deal. Let's make a deal. You see what I'm saying? Let's make a deal and call it a day. You know, until it's keep going and going again. So I said, you know what, I'm done. You know, I'm finished. Because this is not good. If this is how you guys do business, this is wasting time. This is wasting my time and your time. See? So I decided, you know what, I'm done negotiating. Do whatever you want to do. My Ghanaian brethren now, go over to them and negotiate. Negotiating. And you know what they said to him? These two brothers said to him that, let me and you talk. Because me and you, we are brothers. This man is not our brother. This man don't come from here. So let me and you negotiate. And you see the price that I was negotiating for? He gave the Ghanaian, my brethren, he split that in half. So he could have gotten double the amount that he made, than the deal that he made with my brethren from me. But he chose not to even take the money from me, and rather to make a deal with the Ghanaian brethren. You see me? For half as much as what I was going to give him. It cut my soul because I feel like I not belong. You see me? I feel like a white man in a black man land, or a black man in a white man land. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? It hurt my soul, man. Trust me, it hurt my soul. These are some of the struggles we face here. You know what I mean? I hope ones and ones just, you know, don't see it as us saying something negative. No, it's good and bad everywhere. So this is the bad. You know what I mean? That we are experiencing. This is my experience. This is my truth. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can't take that from me. You see it? So yeah, man. Give thanks to ones and ones who tune in. Yes. You see me? Blessings, you know, to everybody out there. You see me? Yeah. So until next time. Peace.
One love.